Howdy, howdy. This is Blue Otter. Today we're going to be playing the demo for Let Them Trade. Let's go ahead and we've got a couple of things. We got tutorial part 1, part 2, and a demo, basics and luxuries. So starting basics, we've got looks like a little bit of a map and starting budget of 7,000. So let's go ahead and start. Greetings, welcome to Let Them Trade. I am the king, your monarch and sovereign. This clever little fellow on my shoulder is my most trusted advisor, Mr. Nuts. What's a little squirrel? Sir Lander? Mr. Nuts. No, squeak, squeak, squeak. Well said, Mr. Nuts. Yes, I have big plans to grow the economy in my domain, but can't oversee everything personally. Feasts and balls are just so time intensive that I hardly find the time to do much else. That's why I'm looking for someone who is hardworking as I am, and you look like just the right person. All right. Up in the top right of the screen, you will see the current main quest, side quests, and milestones. You will be rewarded handsomely for completing the tasks I set you. Side quests and milestones are optional, but main quests must be completed to finish the scenario, so pay attention. First, let's learn how to move the camera. For extra information, click the arrow buttons to view the quest description. Alright, so we have pretty straightforward. Move the camera, so pan forward. Oh, there we go. That's with the right mouse button. Learn to rotate the camera, Q and E, or with the middle mouse button. Learn to zoom in and out. Learn to reset the camera. R to reset rotation, and P to reset position. It's time to build your first city. Cities are founded by placing the city center. Select the city center in the Basics tab in the Build menu to place it on the highlighted tile. Alright, so we've got Basics, City Center, right here. Build a new city for potatoes, 2 to 3. Wait for construction to finish. So do we need... No, that's the city center. Build a new city for potatoes. This is Foxvale. Okay, now that you've found a new city, you can place production and residential buildings on neighboring tiles. Start by placing 2 potato farms on fertile soil, which looks like it's the green, and 2 peasant homes. You may hold down left shift to place multiple buildings. Okay, so we have potato farms. We need 2 potato farms. Let's do maybe here and here. And then we need some residential housing. We'll give them some nice little water districts right there. And then they just got to build those. Can we speed this up a little bit, or... Almost done. Did you see the little guys with carts transporting resources to the building sites just then? Those are the city transporters. All resources must be transported from where they're produced to where they're consumed, and the transporters are responsible for doing so inside the city. When you are about to place a building, you will see arrows which indicate the distance which will need to be traveled by transporters. A city only has a limited number of transporters, which means that the bigger the city gets, the farther from the transporters will need to travel, and the more difficult it will be for them to keep up. You may have noticed that there are some gray unexplored tiles to the northeast of the castle. You can click the scout icon in the night of your castle, then set the flag next to the unexplored tile to have him reveal them. So right there. So we're going to click on, I guess, Sirlander. Did he just automatically go over there or there? Is he waiting? Great, you found a forest tile. Let's found a new city next to the forest tile. Okay, basics, city center, right here. Most resource buildings need to be placed on a specific type of tile to work. The lumberjack must be placed on a forest tile and will then produce wood. Like all production buildings, the lumberjack requires inhabitants to work there. In the case, peasants, so don't forget to build a peasant home in your new city as well. Okay, so we have this lumberjack right here. Okay, it looks like we've maybe explored a couple new places. That's great. But we do need a resident. So one lumberjack and one resident, one peasant home. I actually have a Christmas tree ornament that looks just like that horse. Okay, now they're going to take stuff over there so they can build it. Let's speed this up a little bit. He's going to go and probably explore this area. Yeah. Inhabitants have needs and wants, and this was reflected by the resources they consume. If the inhabitants' needs are met, they will remain in the city. But if not, they will become unhappy and move out. It may take a while for a new inhabitant to move in again, meaning the city will have a smaller workforce available in the meantime. The resources are broken up into two groups, basic and luxury. Basic resources are the more important, and if these are missing, the inhabitants will be very unhappy. If both basic resources are provided, and the inhabitants will no longer move out and will fill all slots of the residential buildings, meaning the city has a full workforce available. Luxury resources provide extra happiness, but are not enough if the basics are missing. Besides making sure that the inhabitants don't move out, happiness is also important because inhabitants provide money to the city depending on their happiness. The happier the population, the more money a city will have to trade and purchase goods. Okay, let's slow that back down. Now that you have two cities, they will begin to trade with one another. However, traders will not move very quickly over normal tiles. You can speed them up and make the economy more efficient by connecting the castle and all the cities with roads. I think I saw this. We have a road here, right? Connect all your cities with roads. So if we do from here to there, and then here, hold on. We pick a road again from here to there. Each city has its own budget, which will spend on buying resources from other cities. It will also sell resources when it overproduces. Therefore, the price of resources in the economy are determined by supply and demand. Managing and production and flow of resources in the economy, and therefore indirectly managing the prices, is vital for success. This is because on every trade you levy a trade tax of 25% on both cities. This is your primary source of income. Try to build an economy where the cities are specialized and must import many resources from one another. But beware of monopolies, as they may drive up prices and make the economy inefficient. You can see the market price of a resource in the global resources overview in the top left of the screen. If you click on a resource in the global resource overview, then you will switch the focus mode. Here, lots of additional information will be available, including global production and consumption for that resource, as well as displaying which cities are trading and with whom. In our little economy here, the first city will produce potatoes and buy wood, and the second city will produce wood and buy potatoes. Let's watch it in action. So this is Greenglade and Foxvale. Peasants are unhappy over here. Is that because they're not getting... Peasants are content, and any free housing will be filled over time. Yes, as I mentioned before, transporters will move resources inside a city while traders move resources between cities. A city has a limited amount of either of these, meaning they can get overloaded if a lot must be moved at once. Cities can be upgraded, increasing the number of traders and transporters they have at their disposal. City upgrades can be applied at any time, provided they have the required coins and resources. Let's try this. Select one of the cities, and then in the main tab, click on the up icon, the up arrow icon in the top left. Okay, so if we do that, up here. I feel like, okay, that's the happiness in the cities. We don't have any wood. Well, you're working on it. I feel like if I were to upgrade this, that might strain them because they don't have the wood. But this one, I feel like maybe we could, we might just do both of them. They just want one upgraded though. Yeah, now they're like, now we don't have any wood. Well, now they equally don't have wood. Okay, so we get kind of the tax on the resources produced. And here's Foxvale. 59% happy, 70% happy. But they also don't have food. So maybe... What if not that? Very good work. You have finished the first part of the tutorial. In part 2, we will learn about researching more advanced buildings, as well as upgrades and modifications. I'll see you then. Okay, so that's pretty simple. We're going to go to the next map. As much as I would like to keep playing, let's go through, because this is just teaching the basics on this. Greetings, my dear subject. After such a good showing last time, I've decided that you have promised and to teach you another thing or two. Today we will be learning about research, upgrades, and modifications. Before we start, however, we need to solve a little problem. I have been siphoning off a few coins from the infrastructure budget here and there to pay for my birthday party preparations. What is the term for that? Embezzlement. That's called embezzlement. In times of austerity, a strong leader must make tough decisions and set priorities. That's not called a birthday party. You understand. That's still not called a birthday party. Sadly, this has led to some unintended consequences, such as the complete and utter dilapidation of the kingdom's bridges. Again, birthday party, not a priority. Okay, but I have a feeling that has kind of isolated this Thornburg. Do you see the roads over there leading to the shore? The bridge connecting has them collapsed, and now the two towns here can't trade. Let's connect them again before we get started. Select the bridge in the Basics tab of the Build menu, and select the two tiles you want to connect to place the bridge. Okay, so we're going to come over here to Basics and Bridge. Invalid bridge connecting. Do we just do that? Okay. Very good. Now the cities will trade again. Whilst wood and potatoes are nice, we also want to produce other resources. For example, planks are a resource made from wood at the sawmill and are required to build most buildings. However, before you can build a sawmill, you must first research it in the research tree. Research is done in your castle. Normally, you must build the research center yourself, but I will construct it for you to help speed up the process. Open the research tree on the top left corner of the screen and click the sawmill to begin researching. Your castle will send traders to purchase the required resources and transport them back where they will be converted into research points. Don't forget, you also pay market prices. If a resource is expensive, it will cost you. Research here? Okay. All right, so we have the sawmill. Unlocks the sawmill building. I think, yeah, that... Hopefully... Yeah, I think that's just in progress, so let's speed this up. Looks like it's got to get wood up there or something. So here comes the trader down there. Very low profit on that. There we go. Sawmill unlocked. Unlocks the sawmill building. Okay, great. Now the sawmill has appeared in the build menu. Place it down in one of your cities. Gee, I wonder where I should place it. So we have sawmill. I like the fact that they've got pictures of like what your end result is. We could do... I don't think it much matters. Let's do this one. And then they've got to build that. The music is nice. I see some little fish up here. There it is. Besides researching new buildings, it's also possible to research new upgrades. Once unlocked, these will allow you to select a production or residential building and upgrade it to a new level, improving the functionality and providing other benefits depending on the building and level. Let's try it with one of the lumberjack. In the research tree, select level 2 icon above the lumberjack to begin the research. Okay, so let's come back over here. Lumberjack level 2. Looks like we've got 3 houses, 2 lumberjacks, a sawmill, city center. Here we've got a city center, 2 potato farms, and 2 residences. Upgrading a lumberjack to level 2 will increase the output by a good amount. To apply the upgrade, select the lumberjack and click on the upgrade icon in the top left of the building UI. So just come over here and we're just going to do upgrade. Probably should have done the other one, but that's okay. Just as we need to upgrade one of them, but we could also upgrade the other one. Can we only upgrade one at a time, or? Yeah, they're both working. Okay, this just needs 6 more planks. And this needs 10 more planks. I think we're only supposed to upgrade one of them. I'm upgrading both. It looks as though they can still function while you're upgrading, which is a good feature. In addition to allowing you to level up your buildings, researching upgrades will also unlock modifications. Modifications are different to upgrades in that they can be turned on and off at any time at no additional cost. Modifications are unique to every building and come in different types. Some provide bonuses depending on neighboring tiles. Some change the building's inputs and outputs, and others change how many and what types of inhabitants may work or live there. Both production and residential buildings have modifications, but for now, let's test out the Forester modification for the Lumberjack, which was unlocked when you research Lumberjack level 2. Select a Lumberjack and click on the Forester modification to activate it. We have Forester, +1 peasant. Very good, but last but not least, let's look at buying resources for your castle. As you may have noticed, it is set to auto buy. Your castle will send out traders to automatically purchase resources for the research center and other castle buildings. In the resources tab of the castle UI, you can set the target storage amount for each of the resources currently in the economy. When you toggle on auto buy, and depending on the amount you set, the castle will automatically buy or sell the selected resource. This may take a little while as the castle will negotiate a fair price with the cities, which takes time. If you want to speed this process up, you can use the direct buy functionality. You can access direct buy in the resource tab of the castle UI. When selected, a list of cities and their offers will be displayed for a particular resource, allowing you to instantly purchase or sell at the listed price for that city. While this method is fast and convenient, the price will not be as good as when allowing the castle to haggle a price for you. Now try using direct buy to purchase wood for your castle storage. Oh, nope, there. Castle supply. Buy wood at the castle. Was that... They're going out to get that. Congratulations, you have finished the second part of the tutorial, and I have the perfect little task for you, something small to get you started. Meet me on the next map when you're ready to get started on your first proper job. Alright, so I'm not 100% sure on the second part, but we're gonna keep going. Welcome back, my dear subject. Welcome to your first real job. Isn't this place lovely? Trees, mountains, and by the scent of salt on the air, the ocean must be nearby. Did you know what would make this place even more beautiful? If it were economically productive. Today, your goal is to build up a basic economy with all the resources which the peasant inhabitant class need: potatoes, wood, fish, and wool. I've built a research center and a provisioneer to speed things up a bit. Let's get building. There are no cities, so... Yeah, we're paused. Okay. There are no cities, so we're going to have to start from scratch. You know how this goes. Start with 2 cities, one which produces potatoes and one for wood. Okay, so let's start... Okay, those are already highlighted. Those are rocks. I'm thinking I might do like over here. probably not the best spot, but it's what we're going to do. Peasants, we're going to build... Hold on. I want to come over here. We're going to come explore a little bit. Peasants, I want... We'll do... No. There we go. Yeah, we'll do... House. House. And then we'll have... No, we'll do potato, potato. So he's going to start exploring. Okay, basics. Then we're going to do a city center. We'll do right here. And we'll do 2. There. And then can we do... There. Okay, that's a mountain. What is this? Stone resource. Okay. Two lumberjacks. Okay, main quest. We need to be able to produce potatoes, which we're doing. I'm gonna go medium speed on this. Have 3 out of 8 inhabitants at once. As we have Wolfridge, and Sunhill. And Sir Thoric. I wonder if we'll be able to name our knight. Now, good. Now a happy population wants more than just the very basics. They also want some luxuries. I, for example, cannot imagine life without my solid gold and mother of pearl jacuzzi. It's these simple pleasures that keep you going after a hard day's work. In the case of peasants, their luxury resources are fish and wool. You will need to build 2 new cities, one for sheep farms and one for fisheries. Sheep farms can be built on any green fertile soil tiles. Fisheries must be built on fishing ground tiles. Don't forget that these new buildings will need to be researched at your castle. Firstly, send your knight to go and scout. I'll highlight a tile to show you where the shoreline is. Of course. The exact opposite direction of where I started. Can we send you over here then? So I have a feeling this is probably going to be where I'm going to do my fishing, have my fisheries. Let's do some research. Actually, let's do a road. We can have road there and a road. Here. Well, that's a shoreline, but we got to find a place that's got fishing. So he's going to go off and do his own thing. I like some of the automatic bits of this. Where do I want my wool farms? Oh, there's the fish. Okay, so if we need to do some research. Before we can get to the fishery, we do need the sawmill researched. Let's go ahead and get that going. Because I think I want to do the fish before I do the sheep, because the wool is going to provide like for wool clothing. I mean, there might be lamb chops involved, but fish is going to actually provide a food source. Sawmill unlocked. Perfect. Okay, so let's come back over here to peasants. We're going to build... We'll build a sawmill right here, but I feel like I'm going to need another peasant to do that. Which probably means I will need another potato farm, and we're going to have a peasant right here. Let's come here. Let's have the fishery. Oh, wow. There is a lot. And then they have aristocrats at the top. That's cool. I like that. A lot of resources. A lot of room for expansion on resources, too. Okay, we got the house done. Did we get this done? Yeah. So they're going, yeah, we are making a little bit because we've got that trade tax coming in. And that gives us another potato farm, which a little bit of a stretch to get them over here, but probably eventually have a road there. We are researching that fishery. In the meantime, I think we can go ahead. I think we're going to build a city center right here. There, the fishery is unlocked. Let's see. Where's the fishery go? Does that go in the... Must be adjacent to city building. Oh, because I have to have that. We're going to do that. Does it need to go here or does it go... Because I don't know if the fishery goes... Yeah, okay, so the fishery goes in the water. That's good to note. We'll have those two. But we do need to build a road. Right there. I don't really have much more. I mean, but I've got 2 additional fishers. I wonder if there's a way. Unlocks the tavern building. I mean, that would be cool. We could do... We could unlock the sheep farm. That's a lot of money, though. I mean, I probably have the money. I really want the tavern, though. Let's do quest first. Sheep farm. Okay, it looks like we hit the edge of the map over here. So maybe have the sheep over here. Sheep farm research started. Okay, that goes to milestones. We need another city center, and we need 2 sheep farms built. So think I'm gonna do... I'm limited of where I can set these. Let's do maybe... over here. Where is Sir Thoric? All right, so we're going to have over here. We do have sheep farm. We're going to do, we need 2 sheep farms. We'll do a second one there. And then I need 2 more peasant houses. And then we're going to also build a road. There we go. Yep, I just completely landlocked myself. Congratulations, you now have an economy with the basic and luxury resources for the peasants. That was actually all I had planned for today, but this is so nice here that there is all this lovely trade going on. I've decided that this would be a perfect place for me to build a holiday retreat. You know the type, a little tower where I can put my feet up and look out over my domain, watching all the people out there toiling in the dirt. What can I say? You've got to have your little hobbies. You're peasant watching. That's what you're doing. You don't mind doing a little overtime, do you? Great. For the tower, you're going to need a few extra resources, so don't forget to do some more research. What am I specifically... There's urban development. Hold on. What am I needing to get? Produce wool. Well, we're working on it. In Nettleford. Build tower for the king. Research. Tower or tavern? We'll research the tavern. Oh, maybe it's under castle? No, mission. Tower. Here we go. A lookout for the watching of peasants toiling in the dirt. That... we could do... right over here. Okay. I thought it was a research thing. That's okay. So we have milestones is 50 wool traded, 2 cities upgraded to level 2. So maybe we can upgrade this one. And Woofridge. Do that and we can get another peasant. Yeah, Quilford is probably the furthest one away. We could do that and we can have another fishing pier. Oh, we've got tavern. My city has 2 constructed sites. Really add another building now. We'll add a tavern over here. The artwork on here is just so adorable. It looks like the carts are color coded as well. Tax income at 300 and hold for 60 seconds. Don't know if I'm going to get that, but we are working on that bridge, or the tower, I mean. Now let's go back to research. Let's look at the quarry. And then we can do the wheat farm next. I know, unfortunately, the quarry's got to go here and here. So Wolf Ridge is really going to be my big money maker. Because looks like this is the two quarry, or the two things. So I should have put the potatoes over here and sheep over here. Maybe. Speed this up. That is slowly but surely. We are making a little bit more money. Ooh, we got some more forest stuff over here. We could add another city. Nothing says we can't add another city. If we do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Oh, not affordable because I spent all my money. Because that's what I do. That's also not affordable. Oh, because we have... I think it's at least part of the... Nope. Basics. Road. There we go. And that is Wheatlow. Which gives them an extra resource over here. %, happy, 66. Nettleford wants more potatoes, so maybe we need to make... You know what I think we probably need to do is probably need to research a better peasant house. Yeah, planks are missing. My stage transporters can't keep up. Okay, no, we're not going to add another building. Well, we've got the milestone down now. Yeah, potato farms. Yeah, they're just ever so slowly building that tower. I bet these are going to be all mountains. Yeah, it is going up. Let's go to basics. Can we do a road there in case they want to travel over there? No, I'm good. There, that means that that gives them a little bit faster travel over there. Okay. Sir Thoric. Okay, we've finished researching that. We do have some money back up. I need to get a second level potato farm for the milestone. Okay, so we should be able to upgrade our peasants. These more peasant homes, yeah. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to afford that probably. We have a provisioneer. Okay, so that's the auto buy. Yeah, I mean, we could do this and we could do auto buy. It looks like we've already got some. Okay. Let's. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that went back to that one. We're about 35% done with that tower. Potato farms. We just need 3. Can we? We can. Okay, I like Quilford though. Otterton, there we go. Which tells me can we? No, we can't access him. Okay. Anything? We could maybe go here. No, you can't because you've got that. That's all. Yeah, I think this is all the map we've got. We are upgrading. Let's see. If we do... Yeah, that one's actually going to be a pretty decent town once it gets built. Oh, and then we need... Did we do... Yeah, we just did... Two sawmills? Yeah. Upgrade that. Can we research wheat farms? Maybe give wheat farms to Nettleford. We just unlocked a fodder thing for the sheep farm. Mountain goats, 10% output when adjacent to a mountain. Ooh, this one. Mountain. This one. +1 wheat output. Yeah, we could do that. And we'll add... couple wheat, no, we'll wait. A little sheep. Ah, we just need wheat. That's all we're waiting for is the wheat. I've got a couple wheat farms up here, but this is going to be a lot more. Oh, we could do bigger fields. Yeah, I have a feeling that... Yeah, Wolfridge is not as happy. Probably expanded a little too fast. Yep. I should have upgraded this first. Run out of basic needs, potatoes. Well, they're at 37% happy. They're at 36. That's better than 20. Yeah, Nettleford is just happy as a clam. Actually, Quillford should be happy as a clam. I mean, if you want wood, I mean, I could do some wood. Well done. This looks fantastic. You really are a very handy person to have around. Hardworking, dedicated, and completely lacking any moral compunction about ruthlessly exploiting the natural world for material gain. That's all I have That's all I have in store for you at the moment, but I do hope you'll be able to work together again. Until next time, toodaloo. Scenario complete. If you enjoyed our game, why don't miss our Knights and Bandits updates for Steam Fest starting June 9th. Planned features for the update. Get a first look at the Knights and Bandits system. Protect your economy from cheeky bandits and thieves. As someone who's played 2 Point Museum, thieves are a sore spot. Encounter a real threat to your precious economy system. Send out your knight to convince these little rascals to kindly go their way. Make your knight stronger by equipping them with a trusty entourage. Click here to sign up for our newsletter. We can wishlist, give feedback, join Discord, or we can keep playing. So this has been Let Them Trade. So let me know in the comments what you think. Link will be in the description. So thank you for watching. Have an utterly fantastic day and see you next time.